Welcome, everybody, to your least favorite podcast. My name is Mark, and I am here with all of my friends.
Steven.
Nick.
Jake.
All right, welcome to the show, everybody. We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Yeah, be careful talking that high. It's starting to get a little
Your
pitchy.
mic's peaking a bit there, bud. You got a bit too high.
You gotta
Actually,
keep it a
go
little.
higher. Go higher.
Yeah. Can you go as high as possible, please?
Dang,
Perfect.
it's like
No,
a dog.
can't.
The dogs are screaming right
Oh.
now.
Dogs are barking in the background.
We are sitting here waiting.
I was waiting
The
for
dogs, I get it. Hey, speaking of, there's a dog. What up?
Somebody let
Man,
him
I'm
out.
tired of shit. I've been sleeping all day and doing homework all day.
Let me tell you what I did today, okay?
Let's
Okay.
hear it.
I went, and it started at 1:30, taking my mom out for a nice Mother's Day meal, right?
Nice.
We did not sit down and eat until like 4:30.
Oh,
Okay?
Where'd you go?
So we went to Red Lobster, right?
Oh, that was your first mistake.
No, it's fine. It was an hour and 30-minute wait. So we were like, hey, we'll just go somewhere else, right? So we go to Cheddar's. Okay?
That was your second mistake. You're
Yeah,
picking the
yeah.
worst restaurants in
I don't
Dothan
know.
to go to, dude.
You name a better one, dude. I don't know. All right,
Olive
so
Garden.
no,
McDonald's.
Olive Garden is awful.
Olive Garden's not as bad as Red Lobster or Cheddar's. Cheddar's, like, the food's good, but the service is absolute trash.
Mark, let me tell you what happened at Cheddar's. Okay,
Oh, God.
we sat there 30 minutes. You know, they call us up. All right, whatever. Not bad. We sit down. 40 minutes pass. We still haven't gotten our drink order taken. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We flagged down a person. We're like, hey, let me get some drinks. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, they were like, are we going to get a waiter? And she was like, sure. And it was like the lady who's not even the waitress who got us our drinks, right? So I was like, whatever. And she got us some bread. So we sit there waiting. We had to flag down another person. Hey, can we get a waiter? Yeah, sure. Then they come to our table like 10 minutes after that. And it's like, hey, the waitress who's over this section is a little overwhelmed, and we're going to go get a waiter from another section to come wait on you guys. Okay. 5 more minutes pass. Still no one's there. We get up and just leave, dude. Just straight up leave.
Yeah.
Go back to Red Lobster. 10-minute
And,
wait. at that
your
point.
table is ready now.
Yeah, dude. It was insane, bro.
Did you
I
get
was
the
like,
Cajun chicken pasta, buddy?
I did, but I substituted the chicken with shrimp. It's
Gross.
so good. So good. Market is so good.
Why don't you just get the shrimp Alfredo?
Dude, because I like the Cajun season.
Mm.
Get it on the side.
It's not as good as
But-
it used to be.
It's not. It's not.
They-
You know
they
what
did
is as
something.
good as it used to be?
Their service?
That
It was never very
fucking
good?
chocolate cake thing with the ice cream, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. It was save the meal. Save
I'm
the
not a fan
meal.
of Red Lobster. We was talking
Well,
about
guess
how
what, Ashley? When it's Mother's Day, it's not really up to you where you go, huh?
We're going to McDonald's. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, we went to
I-
was that Lazy Dog over the weekend?
Mhm.
And I
Lazy
paid
Dog's
for their
pretty good.
little. I paid for their beer club. So we went to the one up by Jake, and it was jam fucking packed. People like waiting outside the bar that you could just walk in and sit. Everything's full. Everything's full. But if you pay for the beer club, you get priority seating. I was like, this better work. So we go in, past all the people sitting in the waiting area. We're like, beer club, get me in here. 4 minutes. They brought us in. 4 minutes.
Did get to sit down in 4 minutes. It was
I
pretty
told
good.
him, I was like, if this takes more than 10 minutes, I am canceling this shit. But it took 4 minutes, and they had us sitting right in front of the bathrooms. But that's okay. 4 minutes.
Nice. Well, it beats like 40 minutes of just not even getting a drink taken sitting at your table. So
Yeah, I'd be walking into the kitchen and get my own damn drink at that point.
Ever since that restaurant opened up, they have been terrible service.
I've only went once before that, and I don't remember it being that bad. But this time, it's like I'm probably not coming back.
Because like the problem with like Cheddar's is like I really like Cheddar's food like a lot. Like we went there in San Antonio when we graduated from basic training. Went there sometime whenever we went to a tournament. Like I've always really enjoyed their food. And so whenever they were opening up one in Dothan, it was like, hell yeah, like let's go. We're getting Cheddar's. And I've been like 3 times, maybe like 2 or 3 times, and every single time it's that same thing.
Yeah, it's
What-
awful.
What is that Cheddar's? Is that like a fast food or is that like a sit down place?
It's like a
It's a
sit
sit
down
down.
place. It's like a chain
Like-
sit down restaurant.
Like a what do you call it?
It's in that same
Chicago
road, Olive
Lobsters or
Garden,
something,
Red
yeah.
Lobster, or something like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
I don't know what that is.
I do tell you one thing about Red Lobster. They did make one of the best strawberry daiquiris I've ever had.
You got a strawberry
did?
daiquiri?
What?
I didn't. I had a sip of my mother.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? You got a strawberry
no.
daiquiri? I was like,
No,
that's
but
kinda
that
surprising.
one was very good.
So I
don't
almost
know.
thought about drinking it.
No, I would have drank it, but then I'm like, why would I pay this much money for that? And then
Yeah, why?
Is it
When I
good?
can, when your boy here can make it for you whenever you want, I will come down there and make you drinks.
yeah, I don't know. I just like it's hard for me to buy a drink at a restaurant.
Are you,
Or
you thinking
in
you,
general.
you want some green, some blue, red? What are you thinking?
Well, it's just green and it's awful.
That was one time, one color. I can get other colors.
I've only had green, and I think I'm good.
Is awful.
Yeah, I'm all right with the green. Awful. I don't want any more. Thank you.
I need to find
good.
like more new people to invite to New Year's that don't understand that you don't drink Steven's drinks.
Well, see,
Mm.
okay, so we had this fun interaction yesterday. So we're sitting there with my sister-in-law's friends, right? And Jake's there, and we played like Rage Cage with them, which we didn't lose, thank God, because they're all a bunch of college kids. But then like Jake's just going around telling everybody that I make these terrible things for people and don't drink anything I
wasn't-
give them.
it
So he
wasn't
just shit the
just
bed
me.
right off the
You're-
bat.
Your wife was telling everybody.
Nah,
that.
he's just
Why are
like,
you
don't
saying
drink
like it was
anything he
only
gives you. Don't do it.
Well, and then he tries to go make Skittles, dude, and everybody's just watching him walk around with random bottles of alcohol. He's just sourcing these bottles of alcohol in somebody else's house, just like tequila, like all this shit, and people are just like, "Fuck you!" Nobody's drinking whatever concoction you're coming
At
up
the
with.
end
back
of the
there.
day, it just took me some time to remember. All that was in that was vodka,
yeah,
pomegranate, orange juice, and a little
Not-
lime. Because that was all
not
I had.
everybody is dumb, Steven. Some people actually pay attention to what
Well,
you do and
it
aren't just going to
helps.
drink a random drink you put in front of them.
It helps when somebody's sitting there blabbing to them that they shouldn't drink anything I give them. Which somebody did try one of them, and they were like, "Hey, this is good." So I was
And
like,
then you
"That's as
sat
good
it
as I'm
down
going to
and-
get," and I poured it out because Jake already screwed it over. And
And then you
told
sat it
everybody
down
not to
in
drink
front
it.
of me like I was going to fucking drink it.
For anyone listening, don't drink whatever Ashley gives you.
that's fine. That's
I mean,
fine.
it's gonna taste good. That's not the like it's gonna taste good.
All right, you just come get me when you want to get drunk for like with a purpose. That's what I'm here for. If you just want to drink to have a nice night, that's something different. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Neither.
we're all old now, so we just drink to
Okay,
have
you're
fun.
only as old as you feel like. I
feel
still,
old.
we were sitting up there all night. I was like,
real
Fucking
old.
75.
I'll keep drinking. We'll keep partying. We'll keep going. I'll go wherever as long as we just keep doing something. I don't care. Like we'll keep going. I will adjust my plans accordingly. But then
I'm out.
people start like going,
About
"Oh,
10
I want
o'clock
to take
at
a little
night.
nap."
About
Yeah.
10
Dude,
o'clock
we-
at night. It's about time to go to bed.
Dude, we was
Dude.
gonna go hit the clubs when we were driving back last night because we were down there at Voodoo Donuts getting some donuts at like midnight, and that place was popping because there's a whole bunch of like restaurants and clubs down that street, and I'm just sitting there I'm arguing with this dude at midnight to give me 3 dozen donuts, and yeah, it was just like,
You
we're
got
gonna go out and party.
3 dozen donuts?
Yeah, I was taking them to work.
Oh
so.
my god, you must have spent like $500.
No, it was $100.
That
Fuck
place is
that.
crazy
dude.
expensive.
It was $100. Wasn't that bad?
Dude, I can't make it past like 10 o'clock. Friday, 10:30, I went to bed. Literally, I was like, "Yep, I'm done."
I mean, that is why I said I've been sleeping most of today, because I slept in as much as I could, and then I went back and took another nap after I ate breakfast, and
Yep.
now I'm back.
I like
Yeah.
sit in my chair and I'm just falling asleep by 10 o'clock. I'm like, "Oh shit."
I'm pretty
dude."
sure we've been in a situation before where you've fallen asleep on Discord.
Yes.
I think he's asleep.
I have actually. Yeah.
Like wake him back up.
Dude, I just sometimes, bro. It's just I can't.
This is the most comforting place to be. Right in front of the computer, and just
I can just go on. I put my feet up on the desk, bro. It's over. I'm out. GG.
that reminds
Yeah,
me. I have.
That's
So
the point
sad
in
how
the
old
life
we
I
are.
am. Yeah, dude.
It's just like how the old people just take a little doze off in their couches, their chairs.
You understand
not
it
the-
now. It's really
That's
easy to
like a-
understand.
Power nap quote. Okay.
I remember there was a time whenever Jake was trying to grind to hit gold in League of Legends,
Oh god.
and we pulled just like an all-nighter because I just couldn't sleep. So I was like, you know what? I'll stay up and play games with you.
I think Nick stayed up like real late, and then you couldn't sleep, so you got back on and
Yeah.
finished the time that Nick couldn't stay up for.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Well, that's because I only got 2 hours before I had to go work that day, I think, or 1 hour or something.
Yeah, I don't.
And I came back from work, and you guys were still playing. I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
stop. We
I
never
was like,
stopped.
holy shit! I only got an hour sleep, and I come back, and you guys are still just gay. I'm like, oh man. And I think
Did
I
you
hopped
win,
back
though?
in.
Dedication, dude.
Did you win?
Oh, no, he didn't get.
I didn't
gold.
even make it. I don't
Kidding
think.
me?
I made
It was
it
a
all the
waste
way.
of time.
I think I was. It was like
The
bronze.
biggest
I was like
waste of
bronze
time.
something. I made it all the way to silver 1 that day. Over 24 hours. Climbed like 2.5 full divisions.
All that, and you didn't even make it.
I know.
Without getting up, just continually, just kept playing League.
It's
Go
the
grab
South
some
Park
food, come-
episode where you got to get the
Yeah,
bucket.
it was 100. It was right there, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now it's like 10 o'clock. I check to see if anyone's on Discord. Nope, nobody's on. I guess
I'm
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Would you ever like look at Discord and be like, "Well, it is kind of late, and if I hop in there, I'm gonna be up past my bedtime." So I'm
Yep,
just gonna-
I do that
I'm just gonna
shit
go to bed
all
early.
the time, dude. When you see my Discord pop on for like 2 seconds, I'm looking, I'm
thinking about
searching
it.
it. I'm thinking, I'm like, man, it'd be fun. I'm not though.
As you said, just like realistically, how much later am I be up if I hop in there?
A while. I always get caught doing something.
I was looking forward to going to sleep here shortly, and it's just not gonna work.
Well, I don't look forward to sleep. Is the thing, because like the faster you sleep, the faster you get up for work, and it's awful.
I love.
Oh, I
sleep.
thought you were gonna say it's a good thing. I tell people that I hate the weekend because then I got to get back to Monday, which is exciting, you know. Friday,
No.
we're 2 days closer to Monday. What up?
No.
No, I love sleep. It's my favorite.
When I go
thing.
to sleep, I know when I wake up, I'm gonna hate my life again. So that's the way I look at it.
You should
No, I love
try
the
that.
weekends because I can just sleep forever.
No, I love sleep. Don't get me wrong, sleep's great.
You trying to sleep forever?
But I know when
Yeah.
I wake up is when it goes downhill for me.
Have you tried that lucid dreaming? That might help.
I don't even know what that is.
You stick a electric prod up your ass, and then it shocks you on intervals.
I'm listening.
And then when you go to sleep, you just set it to go off, and then when you get shocked in your ass in
Yeah.
the dream, that means that you can control the dream.
Can I just do that while I'm awake? That's the next question I have.
I mean, if that's the dream that you're going for, then yeah.
No, I just want to be up while that happens at all
Oh.
points of the day.
I mean, there's nothing that says you can't use it while you're awake.
Okay, I'm in.
Perfect.
I'm a avid lucid dreamer now. Thank you.
That's some good stuff.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, so I was going to bring up, before I forget, I was reading this article talking about how there's a petition in the UK to require video game publishers to keep the games they have sold in a working state. Because I know you talked about something about this, but I really wanted to just like throw it out there because I feel like it's an interesting subject. That's these games that you pay for cannot be put into a state where they just don't exist anymore. Remember, you were just talking about the cycle.
What about the ones you didn't pay for because the cycle was free?
Well, somebody paid for them. But my point is if you have given any money, if they've made a product, they would be required to, if they want to be done with it, put it in a state where other people can just have it and do whatever they want with it.
I agree with that, honestly. I think if you pay for something, they shouldn't be able to just make it disappear.
Exactly. Think about it. I could be
You know,
playing City of Heroes. City of Villains.
Honestly, I think that'd be a pretty good like idea just to like change or to like revert the word gaming's gone nowadays.
Yeah, wouldn't it suck if you like do all this shit and your game bombs, and then a few years after it's been released to the public, it's just like top of everything. They're
all
like,
the
shit.
games now that come out do actually suck until you get the modders on it, and then it becomes a good game that lasts.
We'll fix it for you.
Yeah,
But
it's like,
but it's mainly more focused on these like online required games that just disappear when the developer decides they're done with it, and there's just nothing anymore.
You know what they should do? Okay, instead of doing the alpha test and stuff like that, like the beta test and stuff, right? They should release the game to all the modders and let them do work on it before they release the game.
It doesn't look good from a shareholder standpoint. They're like, all right, we spent millions of dollars and hired all these people to make a game, and now we're going to give it up to the people to unfuck it for us because we just spent the last 10 years jacking it up.
Well, no, I'm saying instead of doing all these like alphas and like PTBs and stuff, just let the people fix it for you. People would love to do that.
I don't know. There's not a lot of money to be made there.
Yes, it is, and then you could sell it when it comes out good, and your game's actually worth playing.
I just thought it was interesting.
I mean, people already pay for games that don't work. Why wouldn't that work?
But this specific thing was talking about games that did work, that you paid for, or that you invested in.
Yeah, and then they go
would
away.
Be required to exist in some fashion.
I get it, and I think they're right.
All right, so we're all on board with this.
I mean, it's kind of like stealing.
I love stealing. I do enjoy that.
Well, then you're on board with the other side, not.
Oh, okay. Then I hate stealing.
Yeah. Because I mean, think about it. If you went to the store and bought, a plate, and then someone just come and took it away, and you can't have it.
Sorry, we don't allow that plate anymore.
Yeah, it's like what?
I mean, if they want to do it this way,
plate.
I want a refund of all the money I've ever spent on that product.
Right.
Like for a game, especially if you're talking about like a free to play game. If I've spent any money on that and that game shuts down, I want all that money back. Because that's money I invested into the game.
Can they close League down?
Well, that's like
then you
you
get that
buy-
money back.
I got a small investment going on over here.
that's like if you bought a car, right? And then they just took it away after you had it paid off. They just said nope.
It's not really the same thing though, because you're not paying for a physical good, and that's the difference.
Well, this law would require them. I mean, they charge you taxes like it's a physical. You remember when
you're still paying for it, just not because it's just not physical doesn't make it not yours.
Remember when
you pay for lots of things like that. You pay to go to a sporting event, and then what do you get after that? Nothing. It's gone.
Yeah, but that's a ticket.
Just saying, it's the same idea. You're paying to be able to experience the game, right? You're not paying like they're not selling you the rights to the actual game. They're selling you the rights to be able to play the game.
But no, that's like if you went to the game and bought a souvenir cup, and then they just took the cup away when you left.
It's not though. No, it's more like buying the experience is what you're talking about.
Because if you bought
and then they took it away from
that game, that's more than an experience. That's you buying a skin that they made, right? Like you bought something from them.
You're buying a cosmetic in the game that you
right. So if I went to a
at.
game and bought a souvenir cup, and when I left, they took it away and said you can't have it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's all digital. I mean, it's
still not right. That doesn't make it right. Even if it's digital.
a product that I pay taxes on.
Right. Like it still doesn't make it right.
Well, I don't get why. What did taxes have to do?
It's a physical asset when they want to get tax money from.
No, it's not.
I mean, they put tax on it. Remember, video games didn't used to have taxes.
That's not what taxes mean.
Why do they charge me taxes on digital assets?
Because the government wants more money. It has nothing to do with it being a physical or digital asset. That means nothing. Taxes don't have anything to do with that. That's a bad.
All your money's basically digital. Then, like
it is.
Yeah. So it should matter still, even if it's digital.
What does that have to do with it?
They shouldn't just take it away if you bought something. That's what we're saying. Even if it's digital, they still just don't. I don't feel like they should have the right to just take it away after you paid for it, digital or not.
I mean, I don't know how you would expect them to keep every game ever made in existence.
They don't got to run servers. What they're asking for them to do is basically like release it so that people can have the core coding of it and do whatever they want with it. That way people could, if I bought a game and it had online functionality, and then they shut off their hosted servers, like some games you can still like host on a LAN or host.
But hold on, no, I bought the game to be able to play it online. You have to keep the online ability up forever. I paid for that.
No, so
Agree.
if it's
hold
run,
on. That's your logic.
Okay.
Your logic is you bought this game for a reason. No, you bought this game for a reason because you wanted the game and they can't take it away from you.
Exactly.
Your logic
And
would
just
say is that
because-
they could never shut up. They could never take that game away from you. They could never turn the online ability off. They could never do any of that, right? That's like saying League of Legends. What is League of Legends useful for if they turn off the online ability? Nothing, right?
Okay,
You're
wait, then talking to
telling
yourself. Hang on,
Riot
hang on,
Games that
hang
they
on.
have to forever keep that game online. Forever.
No, I'm not. I'm saying
that's what
that
that
when the
law
game
is.
has run its life cycle, they can release League of Legends with the functionality for people to host it themselves, play it like multiplayer. Like, hey, I'm gonna just host a LAN, and you guys can all just connect to my game, and I can still play League long after the game's dead and gone, because I have the files that like are the game. But right now, you couldn't do that. If they decided to shut League off, it's gone, and everything you've ever spent on it is just dust in the wind.
You know,
That's-
it'd be really cool if they could, like, when you buy a game, have like a way to have like a physical copy of it in your
Dude,
house.
I
So if
miss.
you got like a new computer or something, you could
Mhm.
like just load it from that physical
Dude,
copy.
I miss
Something round.
going to GameStop and actually buying a copy of a game. Man. That used to be like the best time.
Midnight launches.
Dude, yes, it was so fun. You get
And
to
you know
go
what?
in there and you get to look at everything. Like, it was so fun doing that, man.
Those games still work. Those
And
ones
you
buy
actually
on, like,
own
the
it. Yeah, you
PlayStation.
actually own the damn thing, and they can never just take it away.
I paid my entry fee. I got the copy of it. It doesn't need the developer to still be hosting jack shit. I can still turn the game on and play it.
Well, that brings up another question. I see what Jake's saying, right? But like, if that is so, then like you should at least have like 2 modes to every game. Man, you should have an online mode where it's just multiplayer, but then you should also have a story mode.
It's not
Honestly, it's
feasible
more
to
just
make
like a
everybody do that. Though.
classification. You'd
Well,
have
like-
to have like a classification of the game to where it's like, all right, this game is like an online game. It's free with like the in-game purchases, like League of Legends. It wouldn't be subject to that law because like the nature of the game. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like everybody's agreed to the terms and conditions. I guarantee it's in there in the terms
Oh, I'm
and
not
conditions
saying
of
it's
those
not.
agreements that those things are digital assets and they like you agree to that, right? When you buy something, it can't be refunded, can't be given back. The game goes away, it's gone. You agreed to those terms
I would
when you bought the thing.
say that's in there, but the problem is I'm talking about this thing as a petition to change it so that they would have to have something to support the game after it's gone. Like if you like, would you be upset if League of Legends just shut off right now?
Yes.
All that money you spent on it is just down
Everybody
the toilet.
would.
I mean,
and
what do
whether or not you
but the
play
game's
it-
not the game's life cycle's not done. In 5 years,
Okay,
maybe not,
But
right?
say they
Because
just decided to shut it off right now.
but they're not gonna. That's not a great analogy of it. There's a lot of games that I've spent money on that shit's gone.
Yeah, but the thing
Isn't the
is
cycle gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another
I've
one.
spent
But now-
a fuck ton of money on that game.
Yeah, but
And
now
what is it? What are you
they're
gonna do?
trying to make a petition where that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, they're saying that
It
like
would
so
still
in-
happen though.
so
No,
for,
that
like, the
petition's
cycle-
that's not gonna stop that. You'd just be able to go back and do your own things. Are any of us ever gonna go host our own thing with that? No. The whole
I
point
might.
of that game, the whole point of that game is to be online PvPvE. The whole point of it, right? To play against other online players against the environment and the other things. If you host that locally, unless you have 100 fucking friends to play with, that element of the game is gone. It will never be the same. There's no point of that for me. It will
Yeah,
never
see, so-
be the
so
same
that-
as what it came out as.
That does
There's no
happen.
point.
So if you look at Titanfall 2, I think they have mods that eventually got a hold of the game, and they host actual servers. So now you can turn the game back on because it
Yeah, I
has
was about to
single
say,
player
some people-
functionality to run.
Yeah.
And
It's
now
a-
there are still servers where you can play full on multiplayer mode, and that game does not get.
And it would just
supported anymore.
require somebody who owns that to make the server.
It's just a
right?
niche thing.
To own it.
And these dudes have actual servers that'll host these. They'll actually like go, I bought a server so I can host and keep this game running, or they'll run other games on it. They'll just be like, I'm gonna switch, but the files are out there. Whereas these other games like the Cycle, that's dead and gone. It'll all that money into the game, all the development and time in the game is just gone.
see both sides.
I mean, you're gonna have a hard time convincing developers that they have to release their proprietary files on a game that they designed and developed.
Just when they're done. Just when
no,
they're
but
done.
it still has proprietary information in there.
And
I mean,
Stuff they developed and put together. You're gonna have a hard time convincing anybody that they ever have to do that. Yeah, it's great that Titanfall felt like that was okay, and that's a good thing to do. But like,
how's that
you're talking
different
about
than-
things that they put together, that they spent all this work on, in the terms and conditions that you agreed to. You knew this going into this, that this was a thing. It's always an option. You can't go, oh, I didn't like that, I'm going to change my mind now.
Honestly, I don't know if any of that ever happens. 'Cause I don't ever read those fucking things.
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
they're in there.
I know they're in there.
That's not
I get it.
theirs.
But no one reads those fucking
That's
things.
their fault.
There's
That's
lots, there's stuff in the works to fix that too. They're like, it's not realistic to expect people to read your terms and service every time you
it's not.
update it.
That
So
shit
you need to
is
fix that shit so that it's
So
like
what?
easier verbiage. Doesn't matter. They're talking about fixing that too.
People, all this bullshit, like people are so fucking salty because they can't take the time to go learn and read that shit. If you are that concerned about the terms and conditions, you should go fucking read them.
If Apple updates their terms and conditions every single week and it's like 10,000 pages and you got to read it and sign at the end that says you read it and acknowledge
They
it.
should have, I do think they should have a change. What did they change? They could simplify it into that. What did you add to the terms and conditions that's changed? No, that's fair. What did you add? I've read this before, right? I read the terms and conditions. I've read through them all, right? What did you change to the terms and conditions? Not that you released a whole new thing. I have to go read the new thing. What did you change? A change log. That's 100% fair.
Jake just
Because
wants
that's
to go
easy.
work for the corporations. It's fine.
No,
Let
you
him
just
go.
got to
Part
look
of-
at that side of
part
it. You
of-
got to stop pretending like everybody's a victim here.
I can
Everybody's a
pretend
victim,
what
but
I
That's
want.
what that's
For
the
your
thing that pisses me off. Is
proprietary
they act like
information-
they're a fucking victim of these companies robbing them.
They
That's
are.
not real.
Robbery, and I'm fucking bringing back.
But your proprietary
Robin
information doesn't
Hood.
really work because people have been buying the games and having access to the games for decades now. They have the
Yeah,
games.
but they don't have access to the core files that you want.
Sure they do.
Then what's the whole
I'm
point?
not
What's the
saying
whole
to
point of this
release-
law then?
We're not saying to like, and some of
Why are
these
you
games
getting so
actually do
upset
release.
about it?
Because it doesn't
dude?
make sense. It's
Like,
stupid.
I have the
No, it's
Unreal
an opinion
Engine.
that he has, and it's an opinion you
because
have.
he can't make. I can't understand his opinion. It doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make
There's
him
a whole
wrong.
petition of.
I didn't say
this
he
isn't
was
my
wrong.
opinion.
Well, you're getting
This is-
upset like he's
Yeah,
wrong. I don't understand.
like I want him to make it make sense, and he can't because it doesn't make sense.
I mean, I feel like you're.
I mean,
just-
it makes sense
and I
to
appreciate
him.
it. I appreciate that you're just taking the anti-argument here.
It's a victim's position, and that is not the way to go through life.
Jake, you can't tell someone how they want to go through life, dude. I
can
know
have
you
my
want
opinion.
to.
I can have my opinion,
And he can have his. So why are you so upset?
Because it frustrates me. I can
He
be upset
said that
about it.
he's being the victim now.
Yeah, but like
I'm not
you
being a
can't,
victim.
you can't sit there and be like, people can't expect. Like, yes, they can. They can't expect.
I mean,
these
people can
companies to do
expect whatever
that.
they want, but it's not.
I'm
gonna
glad you see
happen.
that. So why are you getting mad and saying they can't?
Because there's laws there's laws and things and
And they're
rights. of
trying to
people that go
change
into
it.
There's
this.
gonna be a new law now.
I
That's
don't
literally
agree with
what
it.
That's fine, but you can't sit there getting
And
mad.
I can be passionate about that. Yes, I can.
I mean, okay, that's fine. You can get mad, but you can't tell other people they're wrong too.
I didn't say he was wrong. I said I
You
don't
did.
understand his opinion. It doesn't make sense to me.
You said that
And that's
after I
why
came
I'm
up with
frustrated.
that. But before
find
that,
out.
No, you're
you
the one
were
that said. I
trying
never
to
said he was wrong. I've never said the whole time he was
Wait,
You
wrong.
said
hold up,
you
hold
can't-
up.
you can't go through life like that. That's telling him he's wrong.
No, it's not.
We
How
gotta
is-
get
that's my
Mark's
opinion.
in here. He's being too quiet.
Okay, man.
Go.
So,
What do you think,
the
Mark?
Northern Lights showed up in.
All right, that's a bad opinion. Moving on.
Okay, Mark, your opinion is wrong. All right, next.
Yeah. Dick's like, throw that out the window. We're done. Mark sucks. All right.
Yeah, you know what? Everything I said, scratch it, Mark. You ruined it. All right, Northern
know.
Lights.
You want to know how much I care about the Northern Lights? They were out looking at them at like 2 a.m, and they tried to wake me up, and I was
So
like, no.
Steven spent all this time telling me, "Hey, is there lights out?" And he's talking about the Northern Lights and all this stuff. And then so I realized the Northern Lights are outside. So I tell Steven. Steven's like, "I don't see the fucking Northern Lights." Like all you did was talk
At
about
2
them,
a.m.
though.
when I'm already in bed. No, I don't give a shit.
You weren't even asleep. Shut up.
I ain't
Yeah,
getting
I
out
was
of
a little bit
bed.
upset because I was out of town whenever it happened, and so I didn't get to see them. And that's like on my bucket list is to see the Northern Lights. But y'all know I don't like the
You
cold.
couldn't see it with your eyes.
You had to use
You
your phone.
could.
It's only
On
with your
Friday
phone.
you
no,
could.
No, you couldn't.
Where
There's
were you
nowhere
at?
down here you could. No, that's a lie.
Where were
there was
you at
nowhere
of
down here
town?
that you could see it.
Because I heard
we were
reports.
driving to Atlanta.
See, I heard reports that it could be seen as far south as Alabama. So
Yeah,
like,
it could
Now,
be.
you
It's
couldn't.
just-
You could see like it looks like light pollution. You couldn't see it like they take pictures of it where it's purple and green and all that shit. That's not a thing. Like you could see that with your phone. All it looked like to us is like the like it was kind of light in the sky. That's all. It is.
Who's shining a beam of light, dude? With all
Yeah, like that's like, well, and it's across the whole sky, right? But like,
we get the
it's
shitty
tough
version.
to be an astronomer. They're like losing their minds over these things. You're like, that looks fucking stupid. And they're like, no, this is an incredible thing and once in a lifetime.
This
Like,
is my life's work, you piece of shit.
it looks like someone's got a light on over the hill over there. And they're like, no.
it is
this
funny because they said this happens like every 20 years. So they make it seem like it's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's the once in the remembrance of us. Like the rest of us were probably too young the last time it happened to remember it.
I forget.
Yeah.
Or I just didn't care at that time either. All these like eclipses, I will tell you, I went out and looked at that eclipse. That was a big bust. It looked stupid. It looked like I go out and I was like, my fucking eyes. And then I went back inside.
You're supposed to wear shades, you idiot.
Well, that's what like I'd rather have not seen that, and then I would have been disappointed.
Well, yeah, because you could still see if you.
It's lame, and they try and show you these pictures like, look how cool an eclipse looks, and it's just always the ring picture. It don't look like that. It looks like the damn sun, and now my eyes hurt.
It don't look like that. I can't see a damn thing while I look at this.
It got a little dark. It got a little cloudy.
So dumb, dude.
These people suck. Show me something cool.
Idiots. Show me a petition where gamers can't fucking.
I want to go out and just see something that I don't have to have special equipment or anything besides just my naked eyeball to look at and be like, oh, look at that. I'll be damned.
Hell yeah, dude. Same.
Not like, oh, there's the Northern Lights. It's like the people that say they have a pet ferret.
Oh
Like, I
yeah,
have
what's
a
so
ferret, too.
northern about them? You know what I mean?
They're not northern
Idiots.
anymore.
Yeah, dumbasses.
Oh, by the way, there's another term for the lights when they come up from the south. It's like aurora something.
The Aurora Borealis.
No, aurora borealis is northern lights, and then there's an aurora like something with an S that come when they come from the south.
Sorealis.
Sorry, Alice.
I like that. That's great.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
boring, Alice. Am I right, guys? All right.
Well,
All right, with that, I think that's where we're going to wrap up this week's episode. This has been your least favorite podcast. Signing off. See you next week. Woo!
Bye.